Welcome to Movie Scars and a Brew. I'm your host, Keith, and with me tonight I have Amanda again. And tonight we're going to talk about a movie that, hey, buddy, keep it down over there with the bells, all right?
She rang that for me.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't think you gave me the proper introduction, so she rang the bell for me. Is Amanda again?
Yeah.
So she rang the bell. She thought you were disrespecting me.
She did. She did. She was. You know what she was objecting to? She was objecting to
your disrespect.
She was objecting to all of the fraction talk last time.
Uh-huh.
That's what she did, and she said, "Look,
we were in a different room. She didn't hear it."
Yeah. Well,
she said, "You're not going to talk about my mom like that."
Well, she heard the
with me
last
tonight
podcast.
is Amanda, and we're going to talk about. She rang that bell.
Well, last time I opened with a grander entrance.
I know. It's like,
and then,
you're my partner in life and the beautiful... Yeah, and tonight Amanda. And so we're going to talk about...
I don't know. It was some of the fraction work we did last week that kind of made me rethink some things.
Uh-huh.
You know? So, that being said, we're going to talk about something I truly, you knew leading up to this movie coming out, I was very excited about it. I wanted to see this movie. I saw it in the theater with my son, and I think you were working that night. I was. And you sort of passed on it. You weren't.
I was working.
No. But you weren't like, I want to go see it. So I was like, I'm going to go see it because I got to go see this particular movie. There's multiple reasons why I wanted to see this movie. What movie is that? What movie are we talking about? What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Well,
I mean,
there's a kitten. There's a new kitten.
Yes.
A new kitten that you brought in here.
Yes.
So you can't blame her for anything because you brought her here.
Yes.
She's rolling around on the floor with a little, I don't know, toy.
So the kitten's distracted, and her distraction caused you to be distracted as well.
No, I'm not. I was looking at her. I wasn't distracted. You said, so what is the movie? The movie is Interstellar.
Oh.
But I was looking at the kitten. I can multitask. See, my brain can do two things at one time.
As long as one of them's not a fraction.
In case your brother's listening to this, I can do more than one thing at one time. I can save lives and, stuff.
Right.
I just can't do fractions.
Exactly. That being said, part of the reason why this was so epic for me, in a sense, was that
epic.
It was epic. This is an epic. I like the word epic. This was epic.
Oh, it's not an epic movie.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
Okay, go on.
You're out of your mind.
Carry on. We'll talk about it later. Carry on.
You don't think it was an epic movie?
Not epic. No. Epic? No. But go on. It was a good movie. It wasn't epic.
Dear God. This is going to be one of those.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. So this is a Christopher Nolan movie. That's the first reason why I was extremely interested in it. And you're giving me the frowny face right off the bat.
I don't know who that is. The guy from Back to the Future? Wasn't he Christopher something? Christopher Lloyd? Jesus Christ. Wasn't he Christopher something? That guy with the crazy hair?
Christopher Nolan.
He did Back to the Future?
No, he did. He did Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know.
You didn't see the one Joker?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I think.
Ledger, right?
Yes,
yeah, I saw that.
Heath Ledger
but
movie.
Wasn't there a Christopher something that did Back to the Future with the crazy white hair?
No, Christopher Lloyd was an actor that played in Back to the Future.
All right. Well, I had the first name right.
Right. Well, that kind of makes it close enough.
That
right.
gives me.
He also could have been.
What would that be in fractions? No, 1/2 correct, right?
Well, no, he could have also been Christopher Columbus. I don't know. He discovered America.
Right.
Could have been anything. Mm-hmm. But the point here is that Christopher Nolan is a director that's done a lot of interesting movies. I don't know if you've ever seen. Did you see Memento or Following? Following was his first movie.
Maybe
you would like Following. You would like Memento. Did you see Inception? He did Inception.
With the blonde kid.
Blonde kid. Are you talking Titanic
Leonardo?
Boy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Titanic Boy. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, it was good. Yo, I think the bird might eat the cat.
Okay, well that's good.
In case we have to stop quickly.
There could be a pause if we have to save the cat or the bird. We have a gray parrot as well as...
It's an African gray.
An African gray, yes.
Not just a gray parrot.
Well, I don't know. How many other gray parrots are there?
She's really climbing up right now, so just keep an eye on her.
Yeah, well, she's been doing that.
I'm
fully of the idea Buddy needs to bite the cat once so that she knows to never go near that cage again.
Right, I'm just saying. She's doing it right now.
I know. I just think
so. Inception. Just remind me what it was about. It was a weird.
Oh, dude, yeah. Well, this is the thing that Christopher Nolan does really well. And here's the thing that's been Christopher Nolan's knock in his movies is that they have no heart.
I saw it. Just remind me what it was about, so I know.
It was about dreaming.
Yeah,
and his wife dreamed, and all So from my perspective, and if you see Memento,
I didn't see that.
But you should see both Memento, and you should see before that is Following, which was his first movie, was all black and white. But the thing I love about Christopher Nolan is that he puts these layers in. Now he's always been knocked for the fact that he doesn't have the heart in his movies. They seem rather he deals with time a lot.
He had heart in this one, I thought.
Exactly. And
Is that thunder?
I don't know.
Holy crap, did you hear that?
I did hear that. It's amazing what you can hear.
Well, we have a tornado warning right now.
Oh dear. Wow.
I'm just saying maybe we should pay attention.
I hope that we can actually...
Really loud bang that just happened in the background.
I hope that we can actually produce this podcast and get
from
it
the
out
bathroom?
there. Well, I mean, we'll do it in the
bathtub.
out of the bathtub.
Yeah, we'll get all the kids in there, and the cats, and
the bird,
and the kids, and we'll keep talking. I'll just grab this thing here.
Yeah, you just grab it and shake it around so we can all know that it makes noise.
Move it right there. We'll all just get in there real close and talk about this movie that we love so much. So, Christopher Nolan, let's go.
Yeah,
come on, let's do this. High five it out. Come on.
I don't even know where I am now.
I know. I know. You were talking about the different movies and different. Come on, this one has heart. Let's go. Carry on.
Well, people that detract from this movie detract from it because it does. He kind of almost goes overboard with that. Like he's layering in all this sentimentality that there is an absolute wonder to what goes on underneath this from the scientific aspect, and this movie actually comes from like all the science is backed up by a theoretical physicist, and I'm looking for his name now. The interesting thing about that is that the whole thing. Do you remember when we watched Theory of Everything? Mm-hmm. And Stephen Hawking's had that Playboy thing in his Hustler or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He lost a bet with the guy whose scientific theory behind this movie was won out, and he had to agree with it. That's why he had to go get that membership to Playboy. They had a bet between the two of them.
Oh, because it wasn't in the movie.
It was in the Theory of Everything, absolutely.
It was? The bet?
Not the bet, but the fact that he had the subscription.
Right.
But the point is that subscription was related to this bet that he had with this other. I think you're right. There's.
And if we start hearing like stuff flying around, we really do have to. We have to roll.
All right. This is all real life. I mean,
I'm not kidding.
No, it's
really
dust.
A tornado warning.
It's the dust clouds. It's the dust clouds coming for us.
If I see a cyclone and cows and what was that movie with the cows and the cyclone?
You're going to wake up in Oz for sure because you're halfway there already.
You know the one with Helen Hunt with the cows. Listen, we're getting Amber Alerts. You hear that? That's your phone.
Amber Alerts?
Or not Amber Alerts.
Who's getting... Wait, did we... Wait, there's clouds outside. There's Amber Alerts,
phone is
folks.
Off. You know what? I'm going to talk to you guys for just 2 minutes while you go get your phone because it's going to wake everybody up. Is it still doing it?
Nobody's getting woken up. It's not doing it anymore.
It was just...
It might have been the TV.
It wasn't. It was your phone.
I don't know.
It was doing that same thing it does when there's an Amber Alert. Do you have this paused?
No, I don't have it paused.
Well, why not?
Because this is more interesting. I just want to hear you be crazy.
I'm not being crazy. There's a tornado coming.
There's no tornado. We're in Delaware. Have you ever heard a tornado come in?
There is a tornado warning.
There's a tornado warning?
There's thunder, and now your phone's going off in the other room.
Oh, dear.
Listen, more.
Should
we move this outside?
No,
folks?
we have to.
Remember what you said earlier? I always looked forward to sitting out back with you. Should we move it outside? Should we do that?
No, I'm good with this.
We should do that, maybe. It will be breezy.
Yeah.
You'll hear...
I don't think the hard stuff's coming down yet. You don't even know what that reference is from, do you? Caddyshack. Caddyshack.
I saw Caddyshack.
Bill Murray.
I did see it. Thank you very much.
There is some stuff going outside, though. I'll agree with you there.
I know, so we better speed this up.
No, well, you keep going off the rails, and I don't know what we're going to do here.
I'm sorry, I hear that. That makes me nervous.
Well, so it's almost fitting because look in this movie. I draw it back in. Look what I'm doing here. I'm drawing it back in. In this movie, you had Christopher Nolan doesn't quite tell you why the world's ending. They don't really go into the science behind why the world's ending. It's almost like
just a big dust storm.
You don't get it. They're growing corn, and the other thing is about that corn stuff that he did. He actually bought fields to grow corn specifically because
we only see that one farm with corn. We don't see the whole world with corn.
I understand, but what I'm trying to tell you is that he bought in the production of this movie, he bought this area where they actually produced corn. And they sold it for a profit, believe it or not.
Sure, wouldn't be hard to do.
No, but I mean, in the age of CGI, he did not rely upon that. All of those lander things and their space stuff.
I really do hope they
this
can hear
is fantastic.
this in the background.
I can hear it. I don't know. I hope so.
I can hear it too.
I don't know. I don't know if it's loud enough.
The only thing that brings me comfort is that the cats aren't freaking out.
Yeah.
Because if they were, I would definitely be in the bathtub right now.
Buddy's over there writing a manifesto, this is the end of times.
Her last will and testament.
Buddy's
she wants a witness.
Buddy's the African gray parrot. She doesn't talk too much.
She doesn't seem fazed by it, so I guess
not
we'll be
even
okay.
a
There's
little
no
bit.
Barometric pressure
No,
drop.
she would sense it. She'd sense it.
Well,
end
the
of
cats
days.
would before Buddy would.
The cats have been waiting for this. They probably planned it.
I know.
The way they are.
I know. That's why they've been fighting all night.
Mm-hmm. Things have been off around here. So, all right. So, essentially, we're talking about. I don't even know if we've even described what this movie's about.
Did we even tell them what we're talking about? Other than what I said,
other than Interstellar. But I think this at this point everybody knows what Interstellar is. I mean, it's really an end of days movie where Matthew McConaughey plays in this movie. And one of the interesting things is one of the reasons why he was selected to be in this movie was because of his role in Mud. I saw that recently. I personally would like to review it. It's kind of like I don't even know what I hear this rumbling out there.
I never saw the movie. I do hear I'm trying to ignore it.
Yeah, it's like a Southern anthem type movie with. To me, it kind of reminds me of.
Keep going. Keep going.
I don't know what you're doing.
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
You're doing things that just completely distracting me at this point. I don't. What the hell are you doing?
Well, I'm just looking at this thing my mom had my children make. But look at this little on the bottom there.
Oh God! All right, look. She's showing me.
No. Just don't. Don't. You weren't supposed to announce it.
No, I'm going to announce it. You brought it to the show.
Well, if I'm going to bring it to the show and you're going to talk about it, we're going to take a picture of it and we're going to show it so that
we can. You know what? I'll put it in the show notes. So here's the thing.
There was lightning. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see the lightning. The lights will go out and this will be done for the night.
That'll be from the gods. Thank Christ, shut them up.
No. She shows me this.
Well, do you not agree?
Well, she shows me. No, I got to tell people what it is. There's this. She's got a butterfly that essentially, it looks like the butterfly has a penis at the bottom of it. No,
it's a butterfly. My mother had my kids do Mother's Day crafts for me last year and put their pictures in the middle, and then they colored them. But at the bottom of what would have been the caterpillar's body, it's a penis. I'm sorry.
It looks like,
it's a penis.
It's. I know. I don't
know. I never noticed it before, but I'm sitting right in front of it right now. So I looked over when I was looking at the lightning. I looked over. I saw this penis, and I just thought, well, let me just check that out. I didn't think you were going to call me out on what I was looking at. I thought you would keep talking like you normally do. You always talk. You never stop talking. Right now, when I look at the penis-shaped butterfly,
wait.
you talk.
I'm not a talker. I'm not even a talker.
Oh God, you talk to me. You don't ever stop. You just talk until I look at the penis-shaped butterfly. Then you stop talking.
That is not even a true statement. I don't talk to anybody.
You talk to me.
Except all the people that listen.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, except for when you're sleeping. And even when you're sleeping, sometimes you talk in it. Did you hear? That's what it sounds like. And I don't know what you're saying, but I try and answer a little bit.
Dear God, what is this? I don't even know what this is. I'm talking about Christopher Nolan here. I mean, this is what I want to talk about.
I'm just saying, don't try and say you don't talk. You talk. You talk a lot. You talk to me all the time. So this movie.
Don't know. Hey, you know what?
This movie that, first of all, hold on. Speaking of talking, we tried to watch with Kyle the first time, right?
Right.
Let's watch this movie. Okay. 20 minutes in. That was you. And pretty much Kyle was the same way. Well, a little bit less then. You're like, all right, let's finish this up on another night.
Actually, Kyle and I
like
finished
2 weeks later. Then you watched it again because I had to go to work. Like a couple
Kyle
days
and
later,
I
you watched
finished
it again. Then, like 2 weeks later, I'm like, yo, what do you want to do?
No, not yo.
Do you want to watch Daredevil or do you want to finish Interstellar?
No, you said this.
No, you did.
Oh, now you're doing BS. That's BS.
No, I said,
that's not the way it happened.
And you said, do you want to watch Daredevil or do you want to finish Interstellar? And my heart of hearts, I wanted to watch Daredevil.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't want to see him in that black suit with his... I wanted to watch Daredevil. But I did want to see the end of the movie because my coworker at work has been talking about it, and I keep saying, I'm going to finish it. She's like, dude, when is he going to put the movie on for you? So I finished the movie, and I'm glad I did. It was a good ending. I liked it. Whatever. Well, kind of good.
Well, yeah, I know why you... So, to kind of bring it back into what we're actually talking about. So the movie centers on the Earth dying, essentially, and Matthew McConaughey is an NASA guy in a world where
NASA existed.
Well, NASA existed, but it's underground now, and there's
right.
and then there's sort of some stuff that leads him into finding it. Which kind of ties back into the whole essence of the movie. But, I mean, the real thing here is that this movie was, from a scientific level, they said there was very little about this movie that broke the scientific element.
Yeah, because I don't think it was necessarily scientific. It was more...
No, you're not getting what I'm saying. They had science. Christopher Nolan worked with this guy. I think his name is Kip Thorne or something like that. He was the equivalent of Stephen Hawking's, essentially.
Yeah, but
whose science was behind it.
Sure, and there was the guy the professor guy. But it was more. Don't you think? Maybe I have the wrong word, but like metaphysical.
But that's it. But physics at the highest level almost becomes metaphysical.
Then why don't you believe what I say?
No, because the type what you believe in a certain element of deterministic elements in life.
Deterministic element.
Yes, you believe.
Can you be more specific?
You believe in fate over chance. See, I
not always.
No,
yes,
I and the scientific community believe in chance over fate.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Heisenberg principle.
I could challenge that, but I won't on the air. Are we on? Are we like on the air?
Yeah, because we didn't get the electricity to shut us down.
But I mean, we don't have like any. You know what? I think we need a neon sign that says on air.
I believe. We may
like
one
a radio
day.
station
we will,
on air.
We will one day.
I mean, just cause.
Absolutely,
because we're not like technically on air because you edit out a lot of what I say.
Well, thank God. People don't even know how much more there was of that fraction talk last week. I actually, for everything that you heard, there was parts that sounded worse.
You said you took like 4 minutes out.
4 minutes of that.
I don't even know what you took out. I didn't listen to it, but I do know that your brother said you really know how to pick them.
He's probably going to hear this too, which is
good.
Great.
I hope he does, because when he meets me, he'll take it back.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty smart. Unless he gives me a fraction quiz, and then I might
sit
fail.
You down with the fractions. No, I mean, this to me. I know. I don't even know what
that was like a minute-long thunder.
I don't even
Did
know
you
what
hear
that is.
I don't know what's happening, but it might be the
end of days.
It might be
end of
Armageddon. Might be.
It might be.
We might need Bruce Willis because I'm not going to go with Matthew McConaughey.
I'm going with Matthew. I'm going with
Bruce. Bruce was so much better in charge.
No,
he was.
I'm going with Matthew.
All right. Well, that's a different movie.
I don't know. I want to ride shotgun with Matthew. Oh, no, I don't know because everybody around Matthew didn't. Well,
spoilers.
I'm
going Bruce. No,
so
girl.
Well, that's
Whatever.
the only one. It has to. They had the.
We shouldn't say that anymore.
Yeah. No, we can do spoilers now. Let's go. Let's go.
But you're supposed to say that.
Oh, well, we'll go to spoilers. We can go to spoilers.
But we didn't really go to anything.
I know, but we've talked for 25 minutes.
Talked about a thunderstorm and my bird and how bad I am at fractions. I mean, that's pretty much summed up this movie.
I tried to keep us on track.
That's how interesting this movie was.
This movie was fantastic. but okay, so talking about how interesting this movie was, so it was shot beautifully.
Yeah.
And most of what I started to say before was Christopher Nolan actually, and he wrote it with his brother, believe it or not. What, you saw the lightning and you spilled beer all over yourself. Hey, this is movie cigars in a brew. There's definitely beer involved, and she just spilled it. Too. She spilled it down her.
No, in my defense, I went to take a sip and lightning struck, and it scared me a little bit, and so it kind of slipped out the side of my mouth a little. Oh, look.
I know. It's getting closer.
It's getting bad here.
It's getting closer.
We should wrap this up.
We should probably wrap this up pretty soon.
This movie was great. Okay, bye.
This is
okay.
This is the last. This is our last episode.
Tune in again next week. And there's no cigar. There was a pipe though. You should talk about your pipe.
I did. Well, yeah. Actually,
we're really out of order. We should hurry up and say what we thought about the movie, like really quick, like a 3-minute wrap up, and then say, by the way, I smoked a pipe, not a cigar, and goodbye.
No, so all right, so we can do that, but spoilers. Let's go. So if you don't want to hear any more of this riveting stuff, we'll talk about what we thought about elements of the key plot twists in this movie.
Well, I'll tell you the only thing that I really overthought, because I'm a nurse.
So you can do that. You can actually do this. This actually isn't a spoiler.
It's not a spoiler.
So,
you should have said that before, because I mean, generally nurses don't work with cryogenics. It's just not something that we do. So when they did that, and I guess that's not a spoiler because they did that in the middle of the movie, not the end.
It was a very big, almost the beginning
of the movie.
But my
question was when they woke up from that sleep after going around the planet for what? Was it 14 or 18 months?
They went from Earth to Saturn.
Yeah, but it was like 14 or 18 months. It
was like about 22 months. It was 22 months that they took.
And then he just woke up and got up and they could just get up and move.
Yeah.
So for me, any patient that we have in bed for 2 or 3 weeks, we have on anticoagulants and they can't get up and just move. Their muscles atrophy. So that was what the hell was that? That came from like above.
I don't think it was a cat. Just keep calling. Just work through it. You're like a cat. You hear a noise and you're like...
That was probably what piqued my interest the most. Well, I did like the whole spiritual ghost kind of aspect of the movie.
So we're doing. So I said it wasn't spoilers, but you're in spoilers.
That. I like the supernatural kind of.
Yeah, I thought that was going to appeal to you.
I also liked that part of it where it was kind of like the medical. And then it piqued my interest to look up whether that would happen or not. And the answer is kind of not clear. Whether if you were, because I don't think I've really experienced it. If you were frozen that way, would you be able to get up and walk? Or would you have to have some period of rehabilitation where you could get up and your muscles would repair themselves?
Yeah, I mean, like we learned in Matrix that your body atrophies and you never use your muscles and stuff.
It certainly does. But they're saying if you lower your body temperature to when you're clinically dead, then would it be the same?
So then that goes into... So here's what I said, because you started objecting and talking to me through that part, and I shushed you. I said...
I know you did.
I said...
who cares? It doesn't matter.
No, I just said...
Watch the movie.
Well, don't object
and
to that.
And you had seen it for like the 3rd time at that point.
I know, because I didn't want you to miss the other stuff that was going on. And to me, it was... The fact is, like, it's fine that you want to pick that up and explore it as a reality. But to me, that element did not break the movie.
Well,
and if you already understood what cryogenics were, it means you're lowering temperature. Okay. You figured out some things.
Fine, and I do understand that, but there's more to it. I know that there was that robot, but even if they were doing that successfully, who was running the ship? Who was taking care of everything else that needed to? I mean, there was some elements all surrounding that. Was the robot
but I can give you an answer to that. But I can give you what they said.
They were going around. I know,
but you weren't listening. Well, you weren't. You're cutting me off, and you're not done. Okay. Here's what they said: we're going to slingshot around
I know
Mars.
They said that. I know. So who was doing it? It was on autopilot then.
No. No, when you slingshot around Mars, you're using Mars gravity, and you're gonna go fast enough not to get.
But what if something comes into their? What if an asteroid comes into their trajectory? I mean, what?
But the likelihood of that happening
is possible
on a monumentally.
I wouldn't go to sleep.
How? Monumental.
I'm not going to sleep until this thunderstorm's over. I mean, Jesus, I wouldn't be.
You're not going to sleep anyway.
Tank.
It's not going to be 6 a.m.
I wouldn't be in a frozen tank when I'm going around Mars if I thought that an asteroid could possibly come into my path.
But there's, you are.
I'm just being realistic.
No, the realistic aspect. Here's 2 things to that. Number one, the likelihood is probably far less than you getting hit by lightning. I don't know. Lightning.
Because we're not ever going to get hit by lightning.
Never going to hit by lightning.
No, not ever.
But first off, lightning is much more likely to strike you. I can almost guarantee you on a mathematical scale. Wait. And secondarily, if that were to occur, you can't stop it from happening.
Okay. But am I going to say, you know what? I'm going to leave my kids behind. Strap me into that ship. I'm just going to go ahead and slingshot around Mars and just take the chance that my muscles won't atrophy, my heart will keep working, I'll have all the nutrition I need, and that no asteroid will bang into my spaceship while I'm slingshotting around whatever planet I have.
You don't know.
No.
You haven't the heart. You haven't the heart of a pioneer.
You know what?
And he believed he was coming home.
Okay.
The whole time through, he believed he was coming home, and he did.
I'm a big believer in that kind of stuff. However, I'm also a big believer in being realistic and logical. And if I'm leaving my kids behind,
what?
Okay. That's whatever. We can agree to disagree.
No,
but,
I'm gonna call Bravo Sierra on that last
next time we'll just strap you in. You could be, what was his name? Tars? You can be Tars. You can just do the computing part of it.
I'm ready to go.
We'll put your little flappy arms.
Hey, I can tell you right now.
Take my picture right now because I'm like I'm really flapping my arm like Tars.
Strap my ass into a rocket ship right now. I'm ready to go somewhere.
We will. Oh, are you?
I'm ready.
Are you a rocket man?
I'm ready to be a rocket man. I'm going somewhere.
You think it's going to be a long, long time?
Yeah.
He was lonely.
Well, he might be.
You should listen to
I'm going to do a little cryo stuff, and I'll see you when I get to Saturn. I'm headed to that.
He didn't go to Saturn.
I am. I don't know where. That's where we go in this movie.
Jesus. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise a kid. In fact, it's cold as hell. Oh, my God. We got to wrap this up. Talk about your cigar. I mean, your pipe.
Actually, I went to the New Jersey Pipe Club yesterday. And
2 days ago.
Was it 2 days ago? It was 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, this is Monday.
Yeah, you went on Saturday.
No, I did. Okay,
that was 2 days ago. That's 3 minus.
Wait, three. What do you mean 3 minus?
Well,
what do you mean? Wait,
today's Monday. Well,
wait, Monday is
2,
3.
I mean 2.
Wow.
Whatever. 3 minus 2. Because today's Monday, so minus.
Okay, no, don't do it.
All right, whatever.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Minus,
I can't.
Okay.
I can't, folks. I can't do
Fine.
it. I can't do
I
it.
take it back.
I can't.
What? I wasn't even.
I can't.
Whatever.
I'm not
going to. About the lighting.
I'm not going to.
All right, you know what, Warren? If you're listening, I know math. I know math. I'll show you my report cards.
Dear God,
just
I can't.
Keep going. Just keep going.
Deflect. Every once in a while, you just do a showstopper. You just do every once in a while.
Shut
I can't.
Up.
It's just how it works.
Uh-huh.
No, so I got, I don't know, something.
You went to New Jersey while I was working, saving lives and stuff, and you were smoking pipes.
Yeah, we talked about Interstellar a little bit. My old buddy Andrew was there, and we were kibitzing over.
Andrew didn't like it, right?
He hated it. He hated this movie. He hated everything that was potentially sentimental in it. So it's just a shame he wasn't here to talk about it because he could have he blasted it because why was this a love story in the back of a sci-fi movie?
It was really not a love story. Very minimal.
There's a love story. There was a love story between father and daughter.
Well, father and daughter, yeah, but I don't think that was a love story. That's just sentimentality.
But it was.
And
he hated Anne Hathaway in it too. He hated Anne Hathaway in it as well.
I didn't even know she was in it. So
she was Dr. Brand.
Really? I thought she was a blonde. Anne Hathaway? I thought she was blonde.
No.
Yes,
She's dark-haired. She's dark-haired. She's not a blonde.
Really? Didn't she marry Ellen?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Are you talking about Anne Heche as opposed to Anne Hathaway?
Okay, never mind.
Dear God.
I'm really good at movies, aren't I? Are you sure you want me to keep doing this? Are you sure? It's fun for me.
I keep you here for the comedy.
I like this whole, like the whole microphone thing and stuff, and the headphones. They don't do me justice. But I mean, Anne Hathaway, I thought was married to Ellen, so we should probably you should maybe give me a I don't know.
I can give you a cheat sheet before we go into this.
I think I should. I should have pictures.
Well, okay.
Pictures and names together.
Here. So we talked about some of the people that were in it. I mean, there's Matthew McConaughey.
That's the only person I know. That's it.
Anne Hathaway was also in Dark
Ellen's
Knight.
wife.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, but I don't know her. I mean,
she also was in Devil Wears Prada. You should have known that movie.
I saw that.
That was Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't know that was Ellen's wife. I would have thought she was blonde, but I thought her name was Ellen. Never mind.
That's not
Anne Hathaway. I thought it was Ellen's wife.
Wait.
Never mind. Let's forget it. Forget it.
No. Anne Hathaway is not Ellen's wife.
Yeah, what's her name again?
Anne Heche.
Look, I know what to do if your heart stops pumping. I do not know actor and actresses' names. I'm not ever going to.
Oh, my God.
I do thoroughly enjoy doing this with you. However, names are never going to be my strong point, just as fractions are not.
I'm horrible with names.
But you know what? You have a little cheat sheet over there. I see it.
I got no cheat sheet. I'm not doing anything.
Dude, I was watching
from
Nurse
memory.
Jackie, and you're like, I'm reading about Interstellar so we can do a podcast. Granted, you don't smoke, so your voice didn't sound like that. You didn't sound like the ghost from Beetlejuice, the lady in heaven, when she was like, next! Because I just did your voice really like that. I'm going to read about... No, you don't sound like that. But you were like, yeah,
so
just go ahead and watch
I was just talking about cameos, and you dropped into Anne Heche. What the cameos? The other people that were in this movie, Jake Gyllenhaal was in this movie. I'm assuming that's what he looked like. Didn't you remember the guy with the beard? And we talked about it, and we said, "Isn't that Jake Gyllenhaal?"
Oh yeah.
And then Matt Damon was in it as the guy that fights Matthew McConaughey, and they break the glass together. He's the bad guy on the planet.
Doctor whatever?
That was Matt Damon?
Yeah,
it was Matt Damon.
You never told me that. No, I did. I absolutely.
What do you mean? I don't have to tell you. That's who the guy is.
No, I did not pick that up, and I definitely know Matt Damon. I didn't know that.
You didn't.
I got to go back and rewatch that.
You didn't see that guy as Matt Damon?
No,
that's Matt Damon.
Oh wow.
The guy that was the bad dude. That was Matt Damon.
Nope, I never. No, it didn't look like him. I mean,
what do you mean it doesn't look like him? It looks like him.
He had a freaking space suit on the whole time with a big helmet and a mask.
He
did so. It was kind of like me with these earphones on.
And then there was Michael Caine, who was
I don't know who that is.
Michael Caine was the father, the old guy. He also he was also in Batman as Alfred.
Wait, wasn't he on that space movie too with like the son and daughter that were aliens? What was it called? Third Rock, Third Rock, Fifth Rock.
No, you're talking.
Rock?
No. Wait. Anne Hathaway's dad.
The man.
Wait. You're talking about Lithgow. Lithgow was in it as the grandpa, as the father of Murphy, and Murphy's older self was Jessica Chastain, who was also in Zero Dark 30. The one that was. Jessica Chastain was the one that was saying, "Dad, did you do this to me? Did you leave me here to die?"
Right, but I'm talking about the grandpa.
The grandpa was Lithgow. That's his name, Lithgow.
But
I can't think his first name.
What was the TV show that he was on?
Third Rock from the Sun.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Now,
well, so I was right.
No,
and you're cutting me off.
No, I'm not, because that's not who I was talking about.
I just didn't know which number rock it was.
Caine. Michael Caine was the guy that was the chick's father that died.
Excuse me. What chick?
The one that wanted to that's the lead, the female lead in the story. She's Anne Hathaway. It's Anne Hathaway.
Oh, you mean the scientist father?
The scientist father.
Yeah.
That's Michael Caine.
You know what I'm going to tell you, everybody?
What?
Here's what I'm going to tell everybody, because I can, and this has nothing to do with the movie. You are so thoughtful, and I want everybody to know this. You are so and by the way, today's my daughter's 8th birthday. So I come home after taking my 4 children out to have something to eat. This may be
getting cut out, depending upon where we're going.
It's not gonna. If it does, you're cutting the whole thing out. And you come out of the car. We pulled in at the same time. And you come out of the car with a 4-pack of, what was it called? Dirt Wolf?
Yeah.
Which I
Victory
happen to
Dirt
like.
Wolf.
Right. I like Victory a whole lot. Right. So we go about, everything, homework and putting kids to bed and playing with kittens and doing Pokemon and all that stuff. And on goes the night. And all of the children go to bed. So I take a beer out of the refrigerator. No big deal. Right. And happened to be your Dirt Wolf beer.
No, okay.
Wait, no. You can interject afterwards. So I go outside, and then you come outside, and you join me, and you're smoking your pipe, and oh, how nice is the scenery, and this is great, and it's a beautiful night, and blah, blah, blah. And I get up because I say, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And when I come back, you say, did you get another beer out of the refrigerator? And I say, no, I did not. Right? And then I carry on and we have our conversation. And when you say you're all done, I watch from the window and I watch you walk into the kitchen because you said, I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I watch you walk into the kitchen and check. And then because I'm smart, I took the other beer, but I replaced it with a different beer that was in the refrigerator. And I put that in the 4-pack just so if you looked, you would see there was one more. Then you see it meets your approval. You carry on to the bathroom. The night goes on as planned. 15 minutes later, I see that you're going for another one, and I start laughing. What are you laughing at? You said. Nothing. What are you laughing at? No. What are you laughing at? Nothing. It took me, 5 minutes to get you to convinced that I was laughing at nothing. So you finally turn around to pour that final beer into your glass, and what was it?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
It was a Duclaw beer. It was something, I don't know, something. It was a nut brown beer.
Said, what the hell?
I got it in Jersey yesterday.
What the hell, I think were your words. What the hell is this?
No, I finally figured out what you did because there was,
I think I pretty much had convinced you that there was nothing.
Well, here's the thing. I got stuff to bring home tonight.
For himself.
Because I knew that there was a whole bottle of wine that you requested yesterday.
No, I never
2 days ago.
That
oh my God. Am I going to have to put a text message up that says, I want a bottle of white wine?
In the 2 years I've known you, have I ever said, I like Pinot Grigio? I drink Riesling, and you know that, and you've bought it, and you come home with a bottle of Pinot Grigio. What is that?
Can you believe she drinks?
If I drink white, it's that. If I drink red, it's different. And I have a very good taste in beer. But if I'm going to drink white wine, then I want something sweet.
It's horrid.
Okay, whatever. It's fine with me. But you know what? I still pulled the
Pinot
wool
Grigio
over your
is
freaking eyes. I hid your beer. No. I drank it before you had a chance to know what was going on. And you pulled that other one out there thinking it was a Dirt Wolf. And you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're right.
She got me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. And because I knew something was up the way you looked at me, and you'd caught me off guard, and I looked at, I just set it on the counter, and I wasn't thinking. And then I when I turned back around, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get the beer, and I'm looking around. I'm like, where did the beer I just pulled out go? And I'm looking at the one that's still sitting on the counter, and I grab it, and it's cold. I'm like, oh, this is what she did. That's what she did.
That's really not how it went. You didn't even look at it. You just went to open it. You kind of turned and looked at the label, saw it was white, not the color it was supposed to be.
When I turned back around the counter, hell? I looked back on the counter and I said,
okay. Well, you see it your way. I saw it the way it really happened because I was standing behind you. I observed it.
No,
but
you were standing by the
Here's the bottom line of the story. You want to bring home 4? Be prepared for 2 of them to be gone. In the future,
there was nothing.
Don't bring home a 4-pack.
Because I thought you already had other stuff that you were going to drink there. That's all. And I had other stuff in the refrigerator. It wasn't a big deal.
Did I tell you I wanted wine today? Or was that like 2 days ago? Because I'm pretty sure if you're going to stop at the liquor store, I would be considerate. I would make sure I had enough for you too. But, that's like girl versus guy because guys are not that considerate.
No, I had you covered.
Yeah, I'm going to bring 4 home and I'm going to drink all of them. That's really considerate.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Exactly.
I mean, really.
I'm bringing home Dirt Wolf. I mean, I'm not sharing.
Do we have anything left in there? Because
I think there's that wine that you don't like. I'll drink some of it. You hate it. So just relax. You just have none of it. That's how it goes.
Okay. Good. That's good. That's great. I love this. I love this so much. So do you want to talk about that cigar? I keep calling it a cigar. The pipe that you had. I did.
To be honest with you, I haven't smoked pipes for a while. Cigars for a while. And really, I didn't smoke a lot of pipes recently because essentially, there was it was cold, and I don't like being cold. And now it's actually starting to warm up.
Well, actually, you brought some back from.
The UK. Yeah. I brought back pipe tobacco from the UK.
You've had a few, but you don't really do this about cigars. I keep confusing the two about pipes, so you don't really talk about it. So
because pipes is so nichey. I mean, and to be honest with you, I think probably at this point I prefer pipe tobacco. First off, it's so much cheaper than smoking cigars.
Although I will intercept and say you have enough of cigars and pipe tobacco
for the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life.
Including
when
Cubans.
You showed me what you had in cigars. I was like, "Are you kidding?"
Yes, it's ridiculous.
I mean, it's got to be. I won't even say it online in case it's on air, online, whatever. In case someone decides to rob your closet, you don't even. They're not even here, so whatever. If they want to, they're going to get the wrong house, and I'll just shoot them. But whatever.
Now this has been great.
This is turning into something really bad, isn't it?
No, it's right on. This is what.
I mean, I wouldn't shoot someone unless they were breaking into my house.
No,
okay, good.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
fine.
Who's to say who's breaking? And so, let me ask you this though. So we're going to tie this all back together now, and we're going to say, what was your rating for this movie? But dear God, if we do another fraction, I'm talking about
doing fractions.
Pretend like you're in school.
I'm not doing a fraction.
A is good.
I'm just trying to think. I would rate it between a 3.5 and a 4.
No, don't do numbers. Give it a grade. If you had to put you're in school and you have to stamp that paper.
I want to do stars. You do a grade. I'm going to give it between 3.5 and 4 stars. You give it whatever grade you'd like.
No, man, I'm serious.
Hey, wait, is this movies, cigar, and a brew with Keith and Amanda tonight? Is it? Because I will make my own rules. You go ahead and follow yours.
I just want to grade.
I gave it 3.5 to 4 stars. You grade it. If you want to do it through A, F, whatever. So
what is your scale based on? 4 stars or 5 stars or 25 stars or
5 stars? Hey, hello. What does Siskel and Ebert do? 5 stars. So 1 is not very good. 5 is good. I give it.
So you didn't like it that much. You didn't like it that much.
No, I did. I said 3.5 and 4. I didn't think it was excellent. I thought it was a good movie. It was thought provoking. I thought there was a lot of what ifs in there.
A bunch of people whose faces you couldn't place to a name.
But I thought there was a lot of things that I thought could have done better. Like, what did the dust come from? What caused the end of the earth? And a spoiler here. So pause if you don't want to hear it. What happens at the end? Does he get to her at the end? Does it, he gets on the spaceship? Does he get to her?
Of course he gets to her.
That I would have liked to see finalized. So I'm going to
give you need to have it all summed up for you.
3.5 to a 4, and that is my rating. And because tonight it is with Amanda, and that is me, I'm going to rate it my way.
Okay.
So guess what?
Go right ahead. That's fine. That's fine.
Co-host.
Yeah. I think it's a B+.
You are my co-host tonight.
I think it's a B+. It's a B+. It wasn't on the scale of it wasn't above like some of the movies I saw last year, and I wanted to be better. Is my thing. Is I wanted to love it more, and I love the science of it. They kind of jump the shark when they cross, when they get to the black hole. This is all spoilers at this point. So when there's the black hole thing, and there's elements of that kind of defies my understanding to a certain extent. But as I learned, Christopher Nolan wanted to do other stuff with the time travel stuff to make it even more obtuse. But he got talked down from it.
What?
He wanted some more time travel elements into it, and that was objected to by his scientific.
They did quite a bit.
He wanted more time travel in it, more time travel specifically. If you watch some of his movies, he's played with time a lot. Following, he played with time. And Inception, he played with time a lot with these different things and the levels of consciousness. He was going into that same aspect into this movie. He wanted to do some different things with it.
I don't think they really went into level of consciousness at all.
No. I'm talking
time
about
travel. Yeah, but
he played with time.
Yeah, and I did like with Inception with the level. Well, whatever. It's a different movie, but I did like that.
I loved it. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
But I don't think there was
and there
any
are people
of
that
this.
hate the movie, and I love it. I love that movie.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say I don't think there was any of this, because I think there's a different level of consciousness. If that woman on the ship was receptive to getting the high five from the person in the different dimension, you have to be on a different level. And then the little girl that was able to receive the messages from the bookshelf, and that was a different level of consciousness. That wasn't just in real time, clearly.
No, that was in real. I don't even want to go there because it was because
maybe when she was a child she thought it was a ghost, so it was in real time. But as she was an adult and she was going back and looking through that, she went to a higher level of consciousness to look and see that was from her father. She didn't do that on the consciousness of a.
Well, they clearly state that she was selected to do it at the end. I mean, it's like
right, but it wasn't just her. It was also the woman in the ship who gave the handshake.
It had nothing to do with that, though. That she was going through the wormhole and she reached out. That was
okay. Well,
that was by the way, that was Devil Wears Prada, Anne Hathaway.
Okay, whatever. Any scientist who did not believe in something like that would not have put her hand up to shake hands or give a high five to someone who
everybody else in the ship was telling her not to do it. No, I'm just saying.
But she believed in a different level of consciousness. That's what I'm saying.
Well, she did because
you brought it up, and I'm just saying I didn't think it was terribly
okay.
But
remember what she actually believed was that the fact that she was in love, I think it was with Dr. Edmonds, that love transcended both time and space, that it's the one force that could draw somebody to some other object that was not related to a physical force, that was something that humans just couldn't perceive. So that was the element that she was bringing in, is that she was in love with this guy, and he could be 10 trillion miles away, because everything in science deals with the fact that something is either works on it in a very close nature. There's I can't remember. I was a physics major at one point. I can't remember. There's 4 or 5 forces in the world, and I think it's 4. There's strong, weak, electromagnetic, gravity. I think those are the 4 forces, and essentially most of them work either on a very small distance or a large distance. Nothing works on really the scale that she was suggesting, which was love, which would transcend all of those things.
Right.
And she said that was maybe that's another dimension of stuff that we can't even perceive. So that was the whole.
No, they were saying love transcends gravity. That's what their point was. Nothing really does that except for love.
because gravity is the one thing that works on the largest scale that they can't reconcile. They can't reconcile the large scale to the small scale.
And he agreed with that too. Matthew McConaughey, he also said the same.
He did, to some extent. That he said that love between him and his daughter was what was going to transcend, and that was the whole. I mean, and there was an element of that I think even that's what makes this movie. Most people couldn't object to this movie, even if you're a scientist, because you understand what they're saying. There was nothing where you couldn't say anything was completely off base, and they made the science work. So for me, it was a B+. It was not the highest movie. At the same time, A Theory of Everything, that movie with Stephen Hawking this year,
was not as good of a movie
as Whiplash.
Suspense-wise,
it was not as good as a movie.
Not even as this, suspense-wise.
No.
It was more of a straightforward, straight factual movie, even scientifically. But it was not as, I'm going to sit on the edge of my seat and wait and see what happens, and are they going to do it? No, it didn't compare even on that level. It was a completely different. It was more of a documentary.
Yeah, period. But see, then you've removed the thing that Nolan was going for there. Nolan was going for, that spiritual essence that everybody claims he lacks. So you're kind of saying he didn't.
Movie?
Every movie he's ever done.
Did he do Theory of Everything?
No,
right.
So
I'm not. I think in Interstellar he did do that. I absolutely think he did that. Maybe not like passionately into.
I didn't know what you were talking about there.
I was saying he did not do that in the Theory.
Oh,
of
he wasn't
was
involved.
More of a documentary.
No, I was trying to equate this movie to movies that I saw this year,
right?
And it was similar to The Theory of Everything, in my opinion.
No, I don't think it was. I think that was more of a straightforward. There really wasn't much of a.
Yeah, it was more. It was. You're right, because it was even more antiseptic. The thing of we didn't do A Theory of Everything yet, but we should.
We didn't. I thought we did. We didn't do that one.
No, we didn't do that one. We saw it, but we never talked about it. But it was too like they made both sides, because him and his wife, I think, had some fairly dark aspects to what went on, and they made it very antiseptic. They didn't burn anybody in it. They suggested things that you're like, what are they really getting at? What really happened behind that there? There's something strange. And, I personally, watching that movie, I wonder if all those kids were his. Let's leave
that alone.
Yeah, but there's elements of that I just thought that was anyway. Mm-hmm. So, but I always try to judge movies like I saw last year. What did I think about this movie compared to the other movies I saw last year? So, Interstellar, I had so much hope for, didn't quite live up. I still thought it was fantastic.
It was good. It was very good.
I love the science aspects of it, all that stuff about it. My son talked about it ad nauseum, and
he still is.
Every day he's asked, And I was a physics major, and I read Stephen Hawking's book, and I did all that stuff, and he's going on about stuff about quasars and blah blah blah, this and that, and I don't even, I'm like, I don't know how much I don't know where he's getting his information from, is what it comes down to. But essentially, this was a good movie. I'm not going to say it was a bad movie.
No, it was good. It was good. I didn't think it was a perfect movie, but I thought it was good, and I thought it was thought provoking, and I thought that it touched on both science and the science that I believe in, metaphysical science, as well.
So here's what I'll tell you though, is that this is what'll rub you, is that there
was both of them.
There's an element. There's an element. No, there's an element when you get. There's an element when you get to the end game of physical science that you almost can believe in magic to a certain extent.
And there was some of that here, and it was not unbelievable. It was not unbelievable.
And that's why science guys don't completely object to the movie.
The black hole, it was not. It just wasn't. It wasn't unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a phenomenon in nature that we can't even begin to understand, and that's what that comes down to. And that element of something that defies our understanding, and to from a scientific aspect, we have not reconciled two of the main elements of physical science. That being the large scale, which is gravity, and all the stuff we do on the quantum level. And everything that they do tries to bring those two things together.
Well, I don't think they're ever going to be able to.
They will. But, I think they will.
Well, not in our lifetime, probably. And I don't know if they'll. I think if they ever are able to, that will be it. That'll be the end of our times. However, I do think it's all very fascinating. I do think that this did a good job of kind of intertwining the two of them, where it wasn't so far-fetched that you couldn't believe it. I mean, when it came out what was happening when she was a child, I thought it was good. I thought it was good, and I didn't think it was far-fetched.
I liked, and so since we're talking about, I liked the physical representation of time. That's what that was. Mm-hmm. That was, and it was in the element of a black hole where. That to me was a fascinating element. You could think about it. You could say, "Oh, that's all bullshit. What the hell is going on?"
No,
here?
Because
they jumped the shark. They
and
died,
people like my mother will tell you there is no such thing as the past or the present or the future. In another dimension, there is no such thing as that. There is only.
So much of what they put together was explained because they said a creature that existed in a world where time was just another dimension that you could traverse, you would not be able to understand the concept of being in the moment. And that's what it was. They needed to.
No, it's not even being in the moment, because I can sometimes be in the moment, but there's a different element of it. And this is my mother, who is more evolved than I am, who can even surpass being in the moment and see. And I can do this in kind of like a fantasy, but I can't really see it or apply it to my own life. My mom could take and explain much better than I to surpass being in the moment and making things that have already happened in a different dimension come back to like it did for that little girl. And that was her father in the future talking to her in the past. And that's really all I can say. I mean, it made sense when we saw it in the movie.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to you or I, but to people that kind of live in, well, whatever. That's
no, I was agreeing with you.
And I think it's absolutely possible. I don't think it's not possible for something like that to happen. I don't. I've read plenty of books on it. I've seen movies on it. I think it's a great concept.
I saw movies on it too. I saw this movie. It was on it too.
I think it's a great concept. I really do.
I like it.
I thought I liked it, but I have to really pee. I really have to pee. So can we finish this?
Yes,
I'm like trying to stretch this out, and I'm kind of making less sense as it goes on because I really have to pee. There's no bathroom right here. But can you hand me that cup?
You're a nurse. Can't you give yourself a diaper or a catheter or something?
I could catheterize myself if I had one, but there is not.
Swipe something
Unfortunately, the only thing in my presence is a lamb from Minecraft, and that's not going to help. So can we just...
A lamb from Minecraft? A lamb.
Lamb.
Okay, all right. I think we're going to close out on the lamb. This is going to be a record for us. This is the longest one we've done together.
Awesome. Nobody will listen to it.
No, this is going to be fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited about this one. So you can go to Movie Cigars and a Brew on Facebook, and you can go to iTunes and find the podcast, as well as Stitcher and Spreaker, and even SoundCloud, where you can find this.
How many more?
You can go follow me at Movie Cigar and Beer.
Shut the hell up, and I'm going to go. So have a good night. Goodbye.
I think I'm going to finish this out. And as always, follow us, give us a like, and let us know what you think. Talk to you soon. Bye.